So I've been asked the question since I've been playing Rainbow Six Extraction if there's some ways that, people have been asking me if there's been some ways in which I've noticed that you can rank up faster in Rainbow Six Extraction. And guys, in my experience, which I haven't played a ton of Rainbow Six Extraction, but there's a couple of tips I'll give you that I think have really helped me rank up a little bit quicker than maybe what some people are trying to do on their own. And one of those, guys, is going to be doing all of the objectives every time, guys, that you go and you're entering into to play and logging in. Once you get wherever it is, whether you're New York City or in San Francisco, wherever it is that you're dropping into, doing all of those current objectives are going to give you XP for each of them. So obviously that is going to give you the most XP. Now, sure, it's kind of tough in that situation, especially if you just are jumping in like I do, and I'm not really necessarily playing with friends. I'm just playing with just random people across the world. Sometimes those other individuals aren't very good. And so you'll end up, getting put into a pretty difficult situation sometimes if they're going down a lot or they're dying and you have to rescue them and obviously extract earlier than what you want to. But the big thing is that you don't all three want to die. That is huge because then you're not going to be getting as much XP, and that's just really going to hurt you in the long run. You're going to be losing operators that you can't utilize. So my suggestion would be to do all of the objectives if you can, and you're going to get XP for each of those. But I would say that obviously, extracting at the end of the day is going to give you the most amount of XP after doing certain objectives. Even if you don't do all of them, you want to be able to extract after doing some of that progress throughout the course of that journey. Now, the other thing for me, guys, that's helped me is using different operators, ranking up all of the different operators. Sometimes people find an operator that they really like to use and they only use that one operator. I like to switch it up between different operators and rank up each operator, and that seems to really help grow your XP and your XP boosting when it comes to that, just based on using different operators, and they're each ranking up and you're getting, different, the progression that is there definitely seems to go a really long way. Obviously, guys, the third big thing for me is just putting a sheer amount of time into the game, getting better at the game. I would recommend playing with your friends, not maybe going the route that I do, which is I just play with random people out there. Playing with friends is definitely going to give you a really good time, but it's also you'll end up putting a lot of time into it just because it's a really fun game, guys, to say the least. It's an exciting game, and really it's just going to show the sheer amount of time that you're putting in. You're going to be getting XP as you go. I do feel, though, that there's a level of, even though if you get to the, I believe it's rank 4 and then you can move on to San Francisco from New York City, I think that sticking with New York City and ranking up, since it's a little bit of some easier maps, I should say, not as difficult of enemies that you're going up against, I think that those are really important when it comes to just ranking up your different operators. Then once they've ranked up a decent amount, you can move over to San Francisco, and then those are going to be fresh maps that you can start playing and start ranking up as well. And your operators will already be progressed a little bit and have some upgraded gear and things of that nature. And I think that's also very, very important at the end of the day with this title. But guys, there's a number of ways that you can really rank up fast, in my opinion. I would say, like just kind of going back in what I mentioned, switching between different operators. I would say doing all of the objectives if you can, but if you can't do all of them, do as many as you can and make sure that you extract. You don't want everyone to die. That is really, really important. And those would be the biggest things that I've learned at this point, guys. And I may do another update video like this where I talk about some of the things as I've gone along that journey of playing Rainbow Six Extraction. I'm having a lot of fun playing it at this point in time, guys. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about it. What are some ways that you've seen that you've been able to rank up your operators or just rank up faster? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And for more Rainbow Six Extraction content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.